150 years. Not even the biggest clubs in the world have been around that long. Manchester United, Chelsea, Juventus, or even Collingwood. Port Adelaide has been entrenched in the football culture for many years, before the VFL was even a thing. The most successful football club in all of the land, 37 premierships, 4 champions of Australia. It hasn't just been Port Adelaide's on-field success that has made its club so great. It's been more than the football club. It's been the community, it's been the fans, it's been the Port Adelaide people who have experienced the ultimate of highs, the lowest of lows, and everything in between. Port Adelaide people have been there from the start. Generations of fans who have flooded the gates of Alberton, of Amy, and the Adelaide Oval. Whether it's the continual screaming of abuse towards the umpires, the lady sitting in front of you, worried if we'll get the job done, or the young kid sitting behind you, screaming at the top of his lungs. Port Adelaide people are like no other. But it hasn't just been the people, it hasn't been the football club. For the 150 years of continual success, we've had to put players on the park. Stars that have stood out from the rest. Whether it's the God, Russell Ebert, whether it's the funny Tim Ginniver, whether it's the workhorse of Travis Boak, or the likes of Tredray, Wanganeen, or even Robbie Gray. Stars like Hodges, who stood out from the rest, standing at full forward, and for years he battled and made Port Adelaide what it is today.
And he's a long way out. He hits it. And he's kicked it, I think. Hodges
whether
kicks
it
it.
is those stars, or whether it's been the 22 that leap onto the park every single week, they know what they're in for. They've played for one specific thing: the jumper of Port Adelaide. Whether they've been wearing black and white in the Magpies all those years, or in the last 20 odd years playing for the Port Adelaide Power in the AFL, wearing that silver till and black and white is more than just a job. It's more than just a weekly thing. It's a life. It's a tradition. And you're playing for a football club like no other.
Wanganeen from behind here has to spoil. Johnson took his time. Wanganeen will kick another, and the Power are on their way.
All these things combined with the initiatives that have been brought into place, the big leap from SANFL to AFL, the taking of the game overseas to China, whether it's never tear us apart pre-game, whether it's not giving in as we enter the ground, the club song, or the screaming Power chant that rings around Adelaide Oval. It's nothing you'll ever experience. The story, the history, the passion, the community. And when you're an opposition supporter and you see that you're lining up against Port Adelaide the next week, you know you're in for one hell of a game. Whether it was back in 1870 or even to 2020, you don't know what Port Adelaide are going to bring. And it's the beauty of supporting this wonderful football club. It's the achievements, it's the players, it's the past that creates that us against them mentality. It's always been just Port Adelaide. You don't have Port Adelaide as a second favourite team. You don't have Port Adelaide as I like them. No. It's either you love Port Adelaide or you hate Port Adelaide. And for me, I love Port Adelaide. This has been Port Adelaide for 150 years. Now, as we celebrate in 2020 the brilliant past of those 150 years, we start a new chapter, a new era, in a new decade. Fresh faces, new hope. Not only to do the past proud, but also to set up for a successful future and build on this great history to make the next 150 years better. It's a proud past, it's a bold future. This is our family. This is who we are. We are Port Adelaide since 1870.
There it is! It's all over! Port Adelaide! They had the power to win! And it was very much history in the making today!